Hey everybody, this is Jeff with Godbold Exotics, and I'm doing a part twofer on the Tarantula slash Spiderling unboxing. So I got the second box here from a company that I am a big advocate of, and Jamie's Tarantulas. They are actually the first people that I bought tarantulas from, and so they sent me we're doing a collab, so they sent me a box. Some of it I know is in it, and they told me there was a couple items that I was going to be surprised about. So I haven't opened it. I mean, I've opened the box, but I haven't taken anything out. So you're seeing this for the first time. Oh, nice. Heat pack is warm, which is a good thing. Excuse me. Let's take this stuff out real quick. I have not looked at any of this. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, cool. One of their little, make sure that's it. Awesome. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. So this is one of their sling enclosures. Basically, it's great for AVIX because this little top comes off. In fact, maybe I'll just take this off real quick so you guys can see it. But so they sell these. They're not very expensive, so they come with a little bit of cork bark, some moss, a little piece of cork bark, a little bit of cocoa for substrate, some moss, and then a fake plant for like anchorage points. And they've also got this little vent here. So these are great for AVIX because they like to web up around the top. I think I had it upside down. So this is the actual bottom. So you could take the top off like that. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna set that off to the side, see what we got here. Let's see. This is the, hold on. Okay, so we've got an Ophanopelma species diamondback. Like the last video, I'm gonna put pictures of the adults up so that you guys can see what the adults look like. So Ophanopelma species diamondback, really excited about that one. I've got a Tappy Rosti, or the Caribbean diamond, I believe is the common name. Again, I'm not great with common names, so I'll leave that to you guys. I've got a Chaco Goldeny, which was actually the first tarantula I ever got many years ago. I got so this is my first pokey, but it's the Rufilata, and the reason I selected this species was because I really like the pinks and the greens that these guys have. So once they become adults, I got an Avicularia species Peru and a Peru purple. I'm not quite sure. Are they both AVIX? I don't know what a Peru purple is. I don't have the actual species name. So this is the AVIX species Peru. I don't know if the Peru purple is something completely different, but while you guys are, it's gonna be a couple seconds, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop this cut, look it up on my phone and see what we're looking at. Okay, so that's two of the same species. It's the Avicularia jurensis, or juruensis. Anyway, it's two of those, and I love AVIX. So let's get to rehousing these guys. So I was starting to actually put this one together, and I thought, you know what, I probably should just film it, so you guys can see how I do it. I mean, it's not rocket science with sling enclosures, but putting a little bit of moss here, Then, you know, I like to glue these up here, but then it's really hard for me to get them. How do I want to do this? What I'll do is keep it like that. And that's actually good enough. I don't need to really see if I can get this to kind of stay upright like so. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, pour a little water in here, kind of increase the humidity. It's gonna soak right down into the bottom here. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get one of these guys out. So let's get this Peru purple. Got my catch cup here. All right. So let's take this, get it out of the way here. I like to have a clean workspace, but what I'm gonna do is open this one up. Now this is a new world, so I'm not like super worried about it. And there is our baby. So you guys can see that. Look just like the other one, but I'm gonna put it down in here. There we go. Easy. See it walking around in there? Okay, I don't want you going anywhere. Nope, 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 nope. Okie dokie. So that one's out. Go ahead and peel this off and stick it on there. Slap it on so I don't forget who's in it, what species. One down. 5 more to go. Okay, cool. Awesome. Alrighty. So let's take the other one. Put the other one in here. You guys can see how that was set up. It's got some moisture in there, you can see. I love these little enclosures. I think they're just awesome. Okay, I can see the dark through, so I can actually see through the paper towel, which is still damp, by the way, still moist. I can still see where the sling is at. Hopefully everything's good. Oh, this one's a little bit bigger. Okay, cool. Let's get you in here. Now, this is just a felt fuzzy, but it's safe for the tarantula, and I'm gonna go ahead and push this guy, girl, hopefully girl, down in here. If it will cooperate. Come on, no, other way. Other way, there we go. Cool. See it. Well, now it's going. Let's see if I can, you guys already saw it, but let's just see. Okay, so it's right there. If you see the point, it's right here. Oh, barely touched. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this closed up. Again, I'm going to show you guys the for some reason I feel like I ordered more than one AVIC. I'll have to take a look at that here in a few minutes. So that's the second. And let me get the other one situated real quick. Okay, so let's now go to the tappy here. This is probably my favorite species of tappy. They are teleporters, but as they got older, they actually became pretty easy for me to work around. So anyway, not overly aggressive. They can be defensive, but they're pretty fast. That quintessential stance. Okay, well, let's go on down in here. There you go. And off she went. She's down underneath the cork. Oh well. I'm gonna leave that one alone and go ahead and put the cap on it. I'll show you guys some video of the adults. Actually, I need to make sure I put these on. Never can have too many dram vials, right? Well, you can. I threw all mine away, which was like buckets of them a long time ago. All right, got that there. I think I'll do the pokey now. Hopefully this goes well. All right. Let's pray this goes well. Now these guys can be somewhat crazy, but from what everyone says, they are much easier to work with than, that's a nice size sling. This is a rufilata. They can teleport. And obviously being an old world and an ornamental species, you don't want to take a bite from one. But as you can tell, they're not all that hard to work around. Yep. And that was pretty easy. Right there, the bottom corner, right there. So, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on there. Now I've got two more to rehouse here, and I need to go grab little enclosures for these guys, which I don't know how big they are. I think what I'll do is take a peek at them and see. And then go grab like a deli or something to put them in. I mean, it's a Choco Goldeny and an Alphana Pelma species, which are very easy. to work with. So let's see here. Now, if these guys are super tiny, then I'm probably going to put them in a dram vial. And yeah, this guy's little. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually just put a little bit of substrate in this. And I'm gonna poke a couple holes in here. I'll be right back. All right, gonna put a little bit of moss in here. Probably a little bit more substrate. Hopefully this isn't too boring for you guys. Okay. Got some moss in here. Actually, it's a lot of moss. Okay. Not much moss, but enough. So I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here. Now, keep in mind the spider's not in this. Just before anyone comments and says anything. All right. Okay. Throw that away. So this is the tiny little Aphanopelma species diamondback. So I'm going to take this little one, put it right in here, and that was easy. I did poke with a clothespin, or safety pin, I did poke a few holes in here. And kept the little label on there. All right, so now we're at the Chaco. So I'm curious how big this one is. Chacos get pretty big, but they're so docile that they're like the gentle giants of the tarantula world. Okay, this one's totally big enough to put in a, you know what? I'm just gonna sit it in here. I'm gonna go grab a deli cup and I'll be right back. Okay, so got a deli. So I'm just gonna poke some holes in here. Got a safety pin. The safety pin holes are perfect because they're far too small for anything to get through them. But, you know, it's cheap, it's easy. Most people have safety pins on hand. Maybe a little tack that you would tack a piece of paper up on a cork board or something like that would work just as well. Maybe a thicker needle would work, basically anything. I don't like the tops with the mesh across for slings, because typically slings need a little bit of humidity, and those mesh tops just let everything, all the moisture inside the tub, it evaporates. So, you know, I've poked a bunch of holes in there. I'm a firm believer in cross ventilation as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this all the way around the tub. Now, some of you might wonder why I'm not using the deeper one. It's because, you know, these guys are pretty small still, so you go put 4 inches of substrate in there, you may never see your spider again because it's not going to know to come up to the top for food. So anyway, I'm just putting a few of these around the side. I want to make sure that there's ventilation that goes all the way around. If I don't poke myself in the process. Almost done here. I also like these because they're disposable. So as soon as you can buy them in packs from pretty much anywhere online, but you know, as soon as the animal outgrows it, you're fine, and you can throw it away. You don't have to really fish anything out of it. So got some of this in there. I'm gonna put just a little bit more. Okay. I'm gonna put a little additional moisture in there. Probably need just a smidge more. Pack it down. Now this, I didn't use this from Jamie's Tarantulas, so I'm gonna take this and just put it in here to offer a little bit of additional security and a place for the spider to hide. Kind of tuck it in the substrate a little bit. And let's see, is there anything? Also, I've got some leaves here, so I'm gonna also take a leaf or two and put that in there. So when all's said and done, you know, there's a few places for the spider to hide. That's my point. So move this out of the way. This is trash. Okay. So Choco Golden Knee. Hopefully that's in focus. But you can see my thumbnail right there. These guys are very docile, and they get easily, you know, 8 inches. They're from South America. They're kind of an arid species, so whenever they get older, you don't really have to worry about, you know, keeping them really humid or whatnot. You could treat them kind of like a brachypelma as far as conditions go. All right, come on now. There we go. It's actually on the leaf. There you go, you can see it now. All right, so very cool. Love it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off, and we'll wrap this video up. So just wanted to say thank you to Jamie and John, I believe is his name, husband and wife from Jamie's Tarantulas. You guys have probably heard several of the OGs talk about them as being a great resource for slings and juveniles. And I can't say that enough. I've gotten probably 20 to 25 spiders over the years from them, all tarantulas, but they've always been a pleasure to deal with. They've all been super fair. I think one time I had one that was a DOA. They replaced it no problem. So in my experience, they've always been really, really reputable very honest, very easy to communicate with, and very transparent about whatever goals you have or whatever they're sending you. So, you see a lot of these vendors that really doctor up the photos so they're not truly representative of the adults, or you see them kind of exaggerate the size where you get some specimens coming in and you think they're going to be larger. Their stuff is legit, and I can't say enough good things about them. So if you're looking for a different vendor, you've tried Fear Not, you've tried Pinchers and Pokies, you've tried Micro Wilderness, you've tried Ultimate Exotics, Unlimited Exotics. These are just a few off the top of my head. Jamie's Tarantulas is a great resource. They're down in Temecula, California. So for all you guys out here on the West Coast and on the East Coast, but specifically West Coast, shipping is a little cheaper out here. So you can try them out and let them know that I sent you. And I'll also put their information in the description, as well as down, I'll put the website across the video so you guys can see it. Thanks again for watching. Please make sure you subscribe, comment. If you're not a tarantula person, but you've been on the fence, I can tell you from a total tried true snake guy that spiders are fun. You just got to kind of pace yourself and make sure, because it's easy to get 10 spiders here, 10 spiders there, and before you know it, you've got 150 spiders, and that can get a little overwhelming. So I would say starting off, probably keeping yourself under 20 is probably a smart way to go. Let those animals grow, and then you grow with the hobby, and you can kind of see where you're at as far as how much time it takes to water and feed, and how much space you have, because those spiders will need larger enclosures. Granted, they're not snake enclosures, but they will need, adult enclosures that, and you've got to have space for that. So anyway, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at godboldexotics@gmail.com, or you can put a comment here in this video, and I'll do my best to I try to get back to people within the week. So if you put a comment, I'll try within a few days to a week. I'll, in the past, when I first started the channel, I was terrible about that, but it's fun to interact with some of you and to kind of get your thoughts and your ideas. And I'm by no means a spider expert, so if any of you guys with a lot of tarantula knowledge have kept some of these species, and you have some advice or some things you'd like to share with me, some experiences, good, bad, or indifferent, I'm all ears, and I'd love to hear it. And reach out to Jamie's Tarantulas and let them know that I sent you, and check out what they have. Sometimes they have inventory that isn't posted on the site, so you have to ask them, and they can let you know. But again, you guys take care, stay safe out there, and don't sweat the small stuff. Peace.